Hello, everyone. I am welcoming you to the Children of the Most High. And I am your host, Shannon Maxwell, or Soul 7, whichever you like to call me at this point. I am part of the Supernatural Network, and I'm sure any of you who have come here from there, you recognize me. Any of you who are new, hello and welcome. So today's topic is a bit of a serious one, and I am giving out an urgent warning. This is not, of course, to incite fear. This is to get us battle ready, to get us armored up for the next wave that is about to hit the truth community and those of us who walk with Jesus. So that being said, what has happened? Why do I give this urgent warning? And who do I give this urgent warning to? This warning goes out to all of us, content creators and viewers alike. What has transpired in the last month or so, we can probably say even further than that, has been a systematic push to end our rights, freedom of speech, all of these things, because we are getting ready for the NWO. And a while back ago, we had on the Supernatural show a guest called Celeste Solemn, and she has a website called the Celestial Report, and she shared with us a warning on this document that she had received called the UN planetary UN planetary something. I will share it with you guys here in a minute. I'm only going to share a little bit of that because I encourage you all to go to Celeste's website to look at it for yourself and become a member, as well as become a member of us at the Supernatural Show Network. But that being said, what has transpired as of recently with Alex Jones is now going to change the truth community and our channels from now on. We are aware that there was the executive order for the big, beautiful bill that was signed a little while back ago, which gave AI autonomy over the Internet of Things and many other factions. We all knew that this was going to be a harder fight in this community to get information out. A lot of us have really thought hard, well, what do we do when our channels are taken out? Well, we've built websites. Some of us have created DVDs of our shows and our information. There are things that we have thought of, but we haven't thought of the fact that AI could be given the right to take over our channel in our name and put out false information on our channels. So it's worse than taking things down. It's worse than getting rid of it. It is literally deliberately putting out misinformation in the guise of us, the little people who have been shouting at the top of our lungs the truth. And that includes retro things that have been posted. So these things can now be altered. What has given the green light? I am not sure if any of you are aware, which I posted this on my channel yesterday because I could not go live yesterday. I was not feeling well. That Alex Jones, which we all know, yes, is a show. Yes, he is in the ABC factions. And I'll get into that a little bit more here just to prove my point on that. But when something happens to Alex Jones on the world stage, the rest of the world looks at us in the real truth community, like Alex Jones. It is so. That being said, what has happened is the DOJ gave the green light to seize and take over InfoWars. Just let that sink in for a moment. Not only do they take everything related to that name, the website, all content provided, everything, but it can literally take over, become like in his likeness, become him and whatever, and put out information however they please in the guise of Alex Jones. So, that being said, what does that mean for us? If the green light is given to this person, which we know has been put in place to make us look crazy, to make us look like we are giving misinformation, to make us look like we are a bunch of raving lunatics, right? People who have followed, many of us content providers who have been out there for a while, they may know when something is altered, but it may be without warning. We may have our entire, it's like AI is committing the biggest fraud and they're allowed to. We all know deep fakes. We all understand those kinds of things. But I'm not sure if many of us thought this could happen to us. People who don't have millions of subscribers. But mark my words, if it's happened to Alex Jones on the world stage, that has opened everything up for us. When he got sued for defamation, it opened up a whole can of worms for anybody who spoke out against the school thing that he had the problem with, that a lot of us spoke out about and have gotten things taken down from and all of that, and have already been harassed. We've already been under attack for quite some time. This is nothing new, but the game has upped quite a few notches to where now we're all going to have to be vigilant and watch out to make sure what you're watching from our channels isn't something copied, is truly us. It's not some AI thing, because I've seen some things. The things that you have seen in the public eye is not the caliber that they actually have at their fingertips. I don't know if a lot of you are aware that there is now an official AI actress in a full-on movie who is trying to get into the SAG-AFTRA union, and of course all of the other central casting actors are all in an uproar. But you think about it, it's like that Black Mirror episode where just you as a person being a viewer, just because you clicked on okay to get that app to watch and stream these things, you have given an AI autonomy to take over your likeness and be you. The implications to this is massive. And I'd like to go over a little bit. I don't know if any of you guys did your homework and watched any of the videos. And yes, see, Alex Jones is not who he says he is. He is an actor, central casting. He is a comedian named Bill Hicks. It is very much so proven. I mean, he even has the same friends. They both were friends with Joe Rogan. Okay. He is an actor, but he's been put in place to get the world stage to look at us a certain way, to open up doors to those who actually tell the truth a certain way. I don't know if any of you guys are aware of William Cooper or Bill Cooper. He actually had interactions with Alex Jones, and Alex Jones claimed a lot of things about Bill Cooper and a lot of friendship stuff and things along those lines. Bill Cooper found out the truth about him. He spoke out against him in his radio show. A little bit later, he ends up being gunned down in his home. You know, the real Alex Jones is no longer with us. But the Alex Jones you see today is a central casting character that has been around since Bill Hicks was doing comedy. So, why is it important to pay attention to what happens to this show? Because, as I've mentioned, that means the battle is on with us. The green light is open for him, so we're next. So be aware of the content you're taking in, because you don't know now unless we come out and prove it. We're going to find ways to get out of this digital realm and get our information out in a real way. But a lot of us content providers, especially the ones who follow and with Jesus, really need to come together right now. We need to come together and find a way to reach everyone that is not in this digital realm, because this is the devil's playground. And he has now declared that I own you. Whatever content, I mean, on this platform, not us as individuals. But he can take your likeness, us little people, and take us over and put out misinformation. And speaking of that misinformation, I mentioned Celeste Solum. I just want to go over a little bit of the document she went over with us on this show, because she tried to warn us. This was already put out with the UN document. And again, I'm not going to show everything because I want you guys to go and support her. She is an amazing, phenomenal woman who's been through a lot, has been deep in it, and FEMA knows a lot of things. Her and her husband had been attacked. Her husband is no longer with us because of what they know. She's been in hiding for a long time. She's an amazing woman and very knowledgeable. But that being said, I'm going to add this to the stage, and you know how technically awesome I am, so just give me a second here. So I'm going to, of course, put up this little banner so you guys can see her website, so you can go and check it out. But so what I wanted to kind of go over is, first off, the titles, okay, of the subjects and things that they get into in this document. I'm just going to read them off. And again, she read these off on our show back a little while ago. So what the UN has adopted, here are the talking points. And you know what? I'm going to take this banner down for just a second so I can read this. I'll put it back up. And again, forgive me. I need glasses. I'm getting them, but I have a hard time reading. So just be patient. So what is on their agenda? So their common agenda is number 2, digital compact. Okay. Digital compact. That is a big red flag of what I'm trying to talk about today. The new global Green Deal, transforming the urban rural food system, Tufts, planetary emergency plan, reframing, economics, a survival guide for humanity, transformational economics, transformative, oh gosh, sorry, I can't read, shifts, yeah, transformative shifts to planetary well-being economics, SDGs for all strategic scenarios, from plans to policy change, changing finance, international finance, youth leadership, and integrational dialogues, new generational contract, generational curse on all generations. Let me repeat that. Generational curse on all generations. Why is the UN cursing all generations in their agenda? Legal contract for all generations. Legal contract for all generations. Slum dwellers. Earth Systems Treaty. Novel entities? Yes. Roadmap for transformation and regeneration and global commons. So now that we've gone through that, I just want to read this one little section for you where it gets into the misinformation, disinformation, all of those kinds of things. I forgot to put focus on. Hold on. And I will get to your comments here soon. I just kind of want to get through this real quick. And again, this isn't to scare you. This is so you are vigilant, so you can pay attention, so you can discern if it's really me talking to you or an AI generated me. If it is really Daniel talking to you, if it is Casey Enter the Stars, Casey with Enter the Stars, Israeli News Live, Jonathan Kleck, Celeste Solemn, Call for an Uprising. I can name so many of us. Logic Before Authority. There, Jesus Freak Computer Geek. All of us need to be aware of that content being put out with us as AI. Okay, sorry. I got distracted. I had to say that. As you can tell, I am a bit in serious mode. I normally am a bit fun and giggly, but maybe not so much on this channel with the stuff that I've shared as of lately. But today is a serious subject matter because here we go. Digital technology companies and developers to incorporate human rights law and and principles in the development, deployment, and use of digital emerging technologies. I almost just kind of want to let you guys read this because I am really having a hard time reading right now. But it's telling you how the UN is trying to get these policies in place for human rights with the metaverse, with the AI stuff. But when you understand that the UN is going to model off of the Noahide laws, we are not considered human. We are less than cattle. And those who took the little jabby there are literally patented as a hybrid human. You are no longer fully human. You are a hybrid with technology, and you're patented. So those of you who've gotten that already are no longer human. So that may sound okay in the scheme of things with the human rights and, all of that. And next, we're going to get into the regulations regulating all of this. Now, again, who's regulating this? Is it a human being? No, it's AI, because AI has autonomy over the whole Internet of Things. It's even been given autonomy over bioweapons, guys. So, who's regulating all of this information, disinformation, human rights? It would be AI. So, I'll give you a second to read this to yourselves because, again, I can't read right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'll move on. And if you guys can pause it or take a screenshot or something along those lines. And here is where we get into that misinformation, disinformation, all of these things that, again, Celeste was trying to warn us again with this document on our show previously, because it's here. We don't have freedom of speech. That's gone, despite what people think. We've already been censored for how long? Shadow banned, all these things. But if you think about it, even us just being on this platform and agreeing to any terms and conditions that get updated, we probably have already given our likeness to these platforms. So the misinformation is going to be coming out of our own mouths, you guys. That's where we're headed. If we don't do something about this, if we don't armor up with that armor of God and push back in the name of Jesus, we're going to see things coming out of our own mouths that we didn't say. We're already being policed by each other. We're about to go into a civil war. We are at the brink of already losing footing in reality, because reality is no longer the reality we knew. So, that being said, all of us content providers, all of us viewers, all of us who care about the truth, who care about Jesus Christ, who care about winning souls over for the Lord Jesus Christ and his kingdom, we need to come together and we need to make sure that we don't see these videos of stuff coming out of our mouths that didn't come out of our mouths, and that they're using our likeness, our voice, to misinform the people, to deter them from God. So stay vigilant. Keep in prayer. And I just want to read a little bit here. I'm going to share this screen instead, or I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to share a little bit of scripture here with you. I'm going to read it on my phone, okay? So don't laugh. But this is a lot easier for me. I'm just using this quick AI thing. I know, right? AI is probably evil. And so please look up these scriptures on your own in your own Bible. But these are, of course, some words of warning to not be misled and to stay vigilant. Matthew 24, 24, 4 through 5. See that no one leads you astray, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and they will lead many astray. 1 John 3, 7. Little children, let no one deceive you. Whoever practices righteousness is righteous as he let me read that again. Little children, let no one deceive you, which whoever practices righteousness is righteous as he is righteous, meaning Jesus, God. 1 Peter 2, 2 through 5 or 25, sorry, hard to read. For you were like sheep going astray, but have now returned to the shepherd and overseer of your souls. Hebrews 13:9. Do not be led astray by various kinds of strange teachings, for it is good for the heart to be established by grace. Isaiah 5, 3 through 6. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. Ezekiel 13:10. The prophets misled people by saying they would have lasting peace, but God says they are prophesying to you a false vision, a worthless divination, the futility and delusion of their own minds. Do not be led astray. It clearly says in the Bible, in Revelations, that even the elect will be deceived. And we've thought, well, how could that be? There's so many different ways we have brought this up, so many different ways we have contemplated and how those of us who follow Jesus can be deceived. But this one right here is huge. Because if you do not have the discernment of the Holy Spirit within you, you can see one of your favorite content providers telling you something that sounds good, but isn't, because AI took over and it isn't that person actually speaking those words. So I know my urgent warning was a bit serious. I mentioned that again, but I just wanted to reiterate what season we're in. And if it's happened to those on the world stage that are misleading and misdirecting the masses, it's a matter of moments that it's going to happen to us. I'm going to go through some comments here. Let's see. Sorry, I am not necessarily the best about going through comments while I'm going through stuff. So, okay. Oh, yes. The data collection stuff. Here's a really good point, and this is something that Roxy has continued to bring up on the Roxy Files and on our show, that all of these data centers that are being controlled by the powers that be, the amount of data that they collect on each and individual person who is connected in this digital realm is every little tiny bit of everything you can think of. So it can predict your movements. It has your voice down to almost perfection. It knows what you like. to eat. It knows everything about you with everything that you've given on all of these platforms, and I'm not any better. I've done the same. We all have. We all bought into the scrying mirrors. We are all here on this internet watching this right now. So we got to remember this tool, because Satan is prince of the air. He works in all this stuff. We're at the precipice. We're mixing with the miry clay, with the metal, with the iron. We're here. The NWO is here. There's nothing to stop it. All we can do is pray, get armored up, and push back in the name of Jesus. And make sure that all of you guys, all of you content creators, this is what you need to do, at least on your own. You keep an eye out for deep fakes on yourself. You keep an eye out for any kind of duplicate channels. And you make sure that before you go on air, you do something. We make up some kind of way to prove that we are who we say we are. And those of you who are viewing, this is how you need to be vigilant, what you need to do, at least for now, on your own, until we all come together with a solution. And that is, be diligent to make sure that the information coming out of the mouths that you see is what you know to be true with that person. And for those of you who are new, and oh God, and here's the thing, this is retrograde, right? They can, in this instance, they can go back in any content that has been put out in your name and alter it and change it. So, okay, audience members, you guys got to be vigilant too. We all got to pray for discernment. And I know God is on our side. God is going to get us through this. But we knew a day was going to come where we would not be able to use these platforms, to use this internet. And the day is coming. We're on the cliff, and we're running out of time to get it out in this digital realm. Okay, I got distracted with the comments because that was a really good point. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't even read the comment. Oh, sorry. This is the comment that got me on that rant. That's why they gave them back to collect data. Exactly, John. That's been out from the YouTube in terms of conditions for years. Yeah, terms and conditions. Now, see, that's a thing too. I don't know how long of you guys have been watching these things. I've been down the rabbit hole train for years, considering any of you guys who watch my testimonies, you know that I've been obsessively researching this stuff for years. And there's so much that used to be out that you can't find now anyways. It's been taken down. It's been like erased, like it never existed. And again, I used to think that was the worst. But imagine if those videos pop back up, but they've been altered, right? So back a while ago, there was a whole slew of issues with terms and conditions with YouTube. A new person took over YouTube. There was all these new things. And now, of course, they have been saying that they're making people upload their identifications to be able to use YouTube. That has not hit me yet, praise Jesus, but I cannot tell you how long that'll last. But the terms and conditions we sign most they know that we're not going to read every little thing or even understand everything that they have in those fine print things. And we all signed it so we can come out here and talk to you. So I'm pretty sure a lot of us have given permission or silent consent to give away our likeness for just this type of scenario happening. All right. Yep. They used Alex Jones to start the censorship. Now they are using Alex Jones to take over our channels. That's exactly it. Exactly it. You guys, I mean, we look for signs, symbols, seasons. That's what we're supposed to do. This is one of the biggest signs. It's Alex Jones. If they can do that to that guy who works for them, and they're doing it for a show, obviously, because it's central casting, then who are they going after? Us, the little guys. Let's see. Channels were given back this year for our comments, but YouTube terms and conditions said they could use your likeness and name and alter it for at least 5 years now. Thank you again, John. Yeah, this guy, you're awesome. Just had to say thank you again. And yes, it's what we did. It's that Black Mirror episode, guys. Just imagine, just imagine seeing your face up on a Netflix movie. And it's like exactly what happened in that Black Mirror episode where it's like what just happened to you that day is now playing for the world to see by an AI likeness. I cannot talk. You have to forgive me. I now have mouth stuff in for my teeth. I know I've mentioned it before, but I'm still getting used to talking with these things in. So I apologize ahead of time. But oh yeah. And this is the thing is Alex Jones admits this that AI could put out the content that looks and sounds exactly like Alex Jones, which is already a made up character to begin with, guys. So, yeah, and that's what it's exactly what I was saying is the world who doesn't go down the rabbit holes, the ones who want to stay in their bubble and asleep. They look at Alex Jones and look at us as the same people, even though we couldn't be further from it. And that was all by design, central casting 101. Oh, Richie from Boston talked about this earlier in the year several times. Shout out to Richie from Boston. I've also been following him for many years. He is a very humble person. He knows when he's said things wrong. He's come out and said that, but everything that he has been saying has been right on point about all this stuff. And here's the problem, right? So many of these humble, awesome, real people have come out here and been brave enough to put ourselves out on the line to bring things to you that the world doesn't want to hear and the world stage leaders do not want us to get out. So the harassment and the things have already been immense. The things that they've done to content providers in that realm have just been and just insane. And mind you, just recently AI has been outed as literally not just blackmailing people, but planning on the M word, unaliving them. And in this day and age, with the reach that the technology has and everything, that is doable. An AI can decide to unalive you. So if it does that, oh, it's super easy to take over your channel and you're not alive to say, hey. But you know what? Again, shout out to Richie from Boston because he's been trying to warn so many people. Him, Dabu 777, I think there's 3 sevens. Daniel Alexander Cannon with Logic Before Authority in the Supernatural channel. Jonathan Kleck, Celeste Solemn, Jesus Freak Computer Geek. There's so many out there. Casey Enter the Stars. I mean, I know I mentioned them before. I know there's people I'm forgetting. There's so many of them. I knew of other ones who have been unalived in mysterious ways over the years already for things that they have said or publicly defaced with their reputation. All kinds of things. Freedoms being taken away. All kinds of stuff. But people like Richie, people like Daniel, people like Jonathan, they all are putting their lives out there and taking one for the team so we can get truth out there with no fear. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not feel like I want to not be here in this world anymore. Do I want to be with Jesus? Of course. But I have no desire to unalive myself. And I abhor AI and technology, which is why it fights with me nonstop. But I come out here way out of my comfort zone just to make sure that this information is out there in one way or another. But just to think that at some point, this information, this video right now that you're listening to could be altered and changed is a bit disheartening. So, as I mentioned before, we really got to work together in finding a way to get this information and connecting like that out of this digital realm, out of the devil's playground. Our time is running out to use these platforms. Yep, AI has been around a lot longer than people think, 100%. And I'd like to give a shout out to Jesus Freak Computer Geek. He's been on our show at the Supernatural show before. David is a wonderful man. He has written this really amazing book called The Rise of the Nephilim. I believe The Rise of AI, the Nephilim, something like that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm messing it up. I will try and get a link to that and put it in the comments below if I get a chance, or if any of you guys out there know the link to his website, I would super appreciate it putting in the comments somewhere. But his book is amazing. It was a very easy read, but it goes back and proves the history of AI and how long it's been running things. It's been running things for a long time, but the thing is now it's out in the open. They're not hiding it. That's the next step. If they're not hiding it anymore, they believe that people are already right on board. And those of us who say no, if we're not up in the clouds, right? We meet the blade, right? Because I know I'm not going to say yes to this technocracy. I'm not going to say yes to this beast system. I am not giving my permission for AI to take my likeness and make my words. And I walk with Jesus. Jesus has my back. and he's got your back if you all of you out there, if you've asked him into your heart. But don't fret, because those attacks are going to come and the new wave is here. So we got to get battle ready, guys. Battle ready. Get that armor on. Got to pray for that every day. And no, I am not a deep fake right now. This is me. This is me at this present moment. Just just wanted to say, oh my gosh. Oh, True Stream Media. Yep, love them. Love True Stream Media. Again, yeah. Charlie Kirk, PSYOP. Trump was good. Oh, yeah, exactly. Remember, PSYOP, PSYOP, PSYOP. The biggest weapon against us is psychological warfare. It is used against us on a daily. Everyone's heard of MK Ultra, but do you realize that you're part of the program too? We've all been. And now it is out in the open that AI is not just here to stay, but given permission to take over. And human rights, guys, human rights, we don't have those on the world stage because they don't consider us human. And those, again, who got that, you are patented and literally not human anymore in the eyes of the world leaders. So prayers for those who are loved ones who fell for that. And I do not believe that God cannot help them now. I believe that God can help them now before it's too late, before the Neuralink and the chip gets inserted. There's still hope, because when that happens, when you are fully integrated to the cloud, that's it. You're no longer you're already genetically being altered, but your soul will be gone and your ability of choice will be gone. You'll be part of the hive mind. Oh, geez. Sorry. Lost that. Okay. I'm just looking through comments here. The main thing here, guys, thank you all for your comments. Oh yeah, David is great. I love David so much. And thank you so much, David, if you ever catch this broadcast. You are a genuine person, and sometimes, like, I got to meet a few people who I had been following for years to get information, and David is one of them, Celeste one of them, and these people, I mean, Daniel, I'm here in this part of this network now because of that. And God has put them in my life in some capacity because they are true followers of Jesus Christ, and they are out there to try and help win souls over for God too, and to warn us all to things to come, and to make sure that we're vigilant and we keep our heart with Jesus and not be the elect who are deceived. So if you guys get a chance, check out all these content providers. And if you can, get this information out to them. I know a good portion of them already knew this was coming. I'm sure some of them already see the red flag and know now that the green light has been given. But just in case, please get this information far and wide, because it's here now. It's not like it's going to happen. It's here now. So we have to be more vigilant than ever. Keep your eyes to the sky, guys, because Jesus is coming soon. I'm not setting any dates, by the way. And I don't know if we'll be here to see the awfulness or not. But I pray that we are all found worthy to be with Jesus before those things happen. And I also pray that we all have the strength to endure till the end of our trial. That being said, guys, I just am gonna throw out this little thing here. I I know that a lot of you know that we're doing a 31-day video-a-thon, live-a-thon. So Daniel's going to be up and doing a video every day. I don't think all of us can do that, but we're all going to try and pitch in and do more shows to do that, so we can help to raise money to get this the the capacity that we need to keep this show going for as long as we can on these platforms, and to help us to get prepared to get out there on foot in the real world away from this digital platform. And the only way we can do that is through your support. And, supporting is also sharing. You don't have to give money if you don't have it. Please, prayers, sharing, help us beat the algorithm, get the information out there. But if you can, I know Daniel would super appreciate it, so we can just get as much done with the little time we have left to get out what needs to be get out, and what the Holy Spirit is leading us to tell you all before it all collapses. So, um, wanted to put that one out there, and I just wanted to let you know again, we're part of the Supernatural Network, but this channel is the Children of the Most High. And I just, it's important that we all recognize ourselves as God's children, the ones who may have gone astray, but were found again and are all being brought back together in the name of God in these end times. So you guys got to join us next time. I don't know what the next subject matter will be. The only reason why I'm doing this one today is because of the urgency of how important it was to let everyone know all the things that we knew were coming, and then some, are here. It's time. So we got to get our button gears and our armor straight, guys. And yeah, just in case, if you wanted to check out that document that I had put up, if you wanted to read more about it, please go check out the celestialreport.com. And if you also would like to check out our website, let me just find this. I'll just put this up here to remind you all that we are still accepting admissions for those tinfoil hats. So have fun with it. We're not trying to be too serious with it. We're just trying to have fun, because so much serious stuff is already happening. Anyways, I will throw this up there just because we're trying this out. This is something I've never heard of until just recently, but Roxy and Daniel said, hey, try this. For those of you who wanted to maybe donate a computer or a microphone or whatever to me or any of us, because we're all up on there, check it out. And there's other content creators on this that you might be interested in supporting too. I'm just sharing the love for everyone, really. I'm not stressing on any of that stuff. Anyways, all right. I just wanted to say thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks for listening, and thank you for sharing. Please like, subscribe, and share. Not because I really want my face out there, but so this information gets out to those who need to hear it. And stay vigilant and be careful, guys. You cannot take your discernment off for a second. Not a second in this world right now. It's on 24/7. There's no relaxation time. Okay? It is stay sober, stay vigilant, keep on praying to Jesus, and love you guys.